If you have ever stepped on a stray plastic block in the middle of the night, you know exactly why a dedicated play area is a sanity saver. This foam puzzle mat is one of those things that looks simple on the surface, but once it is down on the floor, it completely changes the vibe of a room. You get 36 of these 12-inch tiles, and honestly, the coverage is pretty impressive. When you lock them all together, you are looking at a 6 by 6 foot square, which is plenty of space for a toddler to sprawl out with their toys. What really makes this stand out is the inclusion of 24 border pieces. It sounds like a small detail, but it gives the whole setup a finished, clean look instead of leaving those jagged puzzle edges exposed. The primary colors are definitely bold, maybe a bit loud for a minimalist living room, but for a kid's space, they hit the mark. The letters and numbers pop right out of the centers, which is a nice touch for early learning, though you should be prepared to find those little pieces scattered all over the house within about 10 minutes of setting this up. Now, here is the reality of foam mats. When you first pull these out of the packaging, there is a distinct smell. It is not necessarily a deal breaker, but it is definitely there. The best move is to let them air out in a garage or a spare room for a few days before you let the little ones loose on them. Once that initial scent fades, the material itself feels great. It is high-density EVA foam, so it has enough cushion to save a knee or an elbow if someone takes a tumble on a hard tile or wood floor. It is also surprisingly easy to wipe down. If a juice box spills or a marker goes rogue, a damp cloth usually does the trick without much fuss. One thing to keep in mind is that because these are individual tiles, they can shift slightly if you have them on a slick surface like hardwood. If you're planning to cover a massive area, you might want to consider a rug pad underneath to keep everything locked in place. Also, while the foam is durable, it is not indestructible. If you have a dog with sharp claws or someone decides to drag a heavy toy chest across it, you will see some indentations over time. But for the price, the trade-off is pretty fair. It is a straightforward, functional solution that turns a cold, hard floor into a soft zone for play. It is not going to win any design awards for high-end decor, but for the purpose of keeping kids comfortable and giving them a designated spot to learn their ABCs, it does exactly what it says on the box. If you're tired of the floor being the enemy during playtime, this is a solid, no-nonsense way to fix that.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.